viewers and subscribers have changed over the last few months, with Netflix on a decline for the first time in a decade, as Disney Plus continues to grow and HBO Max and Discovery Plus prepare to merge. Netflix, the company we all know today for its thousands of series and movies streaming around the world, lost 40% of its value following bad news and a potential recession, while Disney is less volatile but also lost a quarter of its value over the past 6 months. And let's start by a fun fact. Did you know that streaming services overtook traditional TV for the first time in July? Hi, Jared here, and today let's talk about streaming. So first we'll talk about the key data, then the current Netflix and Disney status, then the bad news about subscription costs, and finally, if you should invest or not. Netflix remains the leader of the pack, with 220 million subscribers as of June according to earnings report. Still, as competition with newer platforms becomes tighter, it's also one of the only streaming services to lose paid subscribers, falling by almost 1 million subscribers since March. While Disney's bundle of streaming services, including Disney Plus, Hulu and ESPN Plus, rose to 200.6 million subscribers in April, the company reported, making it a real competitor to Netflix. According to Nielsen reports, though 72% of respondents said they loved the experience with streaming services, 64% said they wish there was a streaming service bundle available. And 46% said it's hard to find the content they want to watch because there are too many streaming services available. Now that we understand a bit more the streaming services, it is time to talk about what is happening to the streaming services, what is the positive, negative, and what changes. Netflix was not the first streaming service, but it's undoubtedly the one that popularized the concept from 2007 as of today. Even though the company began sending physical media to customers, it was through online streaming that the company found global success, and Netflix became synonymous with streaming. But whenever a company reports negative numbers, there's a psychological exuberance to it. People expect that the company will add millions and millions of customers every quarter, which is impossible. At some point, growth will slow down. Moreover, following Ukraine's invasion by Russia, the company halted its operations with a loss of nearly 700,000 customers. And during the lockdown, streaming services became an integral part of daily lives as they were the biggest source of entertainment when other recreational activities were shut down. But now, the high cost of essential items is forcing customers to cut back on discretionary spending, which is clearly hurting the business of streaming services. Therefore, the company is facing severe concerns related to demand due to account sharing in countries like the US, India, and others. And this clearly dents the revenue prospects of the company. The company needs to rework its model for monetization in the near future, as there's a big underpenetrated market which will hopefully boost the demand. And Netflix already fought back. After Netflix suffered its first subscriber losses in over a decade earlier this year, the company said it will launch a cheaper ad-supported tier and cut down on password sharing, which it blamed for some of the deficit. And now Disney is catching up. Anticipation levels were certainly high for the launch, with Disney Plus the top trending Google search term in the US in 2019. And within 24 hours, the platform had reached 10 million subscribers. Moreover, Disney Plus's great strength is its content. At launch, the service offered a much smaller content library than rivals like Netflix or Amazon. It is acknowledged, however, that Disney's strengths lie in quality over quantity, with Pixar, Lucasfilm and Marvel all developing content for the service. The Star Wars franchise, to which The Mandalorian belongs, was the first major hit for the streaming platform. The entire back catalogue of The Simpsons is also available, and Disney has pulled various TV shows and movies from Netflix and other streaming services. But it is now time to talk about the bad news. Increase in subscription cost. The cost of streaming subscriptions rises on a near annual basis. In January 2022, Netflix increased the cost of its standard platform from $13.99 to $15.49. In 2014, the same plan cost $8.99. So it means that between 2014 and 2022, the cost of the standard plan increased by 72%. It almost doubled. And if the Netflix subscription was a stock, I would have invested in it, because it would have earned 9% a year, as good as the S&P 500. Wow. And on the other hand though, Disney Plus cost $6.99 a month at launch. In March 2021, less than a year and a half later, that increased to $7.99 a month, or 14%. A pretty good investment again. Unfortunately though, rising prices mean that online piracy is also increasing. For many consumers, these content hikes are misaligned with their cost of living, and it has become unsustainable to maintain multiple subscriptions. So after all of that explanation, you might be wondering, which one should I choose? Good question. And let's now compare each other to pick only one. And by the way, there is a clear winner. First, Disney Plus generated $5.2 billion in revenue in 2021, an 85% increase year on year while reaching over 100 million subscribers in the same period. In total, Disney Plus has 143.1 million subscribers in the third quarter of 2022. And on the other hand, Netflix made $29.6 billion in revenue in 2021 alone, an 18.8% increase year on year, while reaching 210 million subscribers in the same period. So, Netflix has generated 6 times more revenue in 2021 and has roughly 50% more subscribers. See the difference here? And on a pure cost level, Disney Plus is the cheaper subscription. It's more flexible too, allowing multiple people to stream simultaneously and in high resolution. But when it comes to content, Netflix here is king. It has multiple offerings, with shows, series and movies that will entertain children and adults. So everything has been said. Netflix for now is king when it comes to content and in the stock market. Disney Plus is coming after Netflix, and we will see in the coming months and years what will be next. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to leave a comment down below, subscribe if you want to see more of that content, and I will see you in the next one.